everybody, welcome to the Black Sheep Props channel. I'm Steve and I'm here to teach you the tips, tools, techniques, and materials for building your very own super cool EVA foam props. Now in our last episode, we completed the SR6 shrink ray. That's right, went down perfect, everything went down just as planned. Totally easy, you can do this. So what the heck are we doing back here again with the shrink ray? Well, for the same reason we came back after we finished the ray gun and after we finished the arm cannon, because kick butt prop can't be tossed on the table in shame like a drive-through burrito that's loaded with the very stuff you said don't put on there. No. Kick butt prop deserves a kick butt stand, which is why we're here now. In this episode, making an EVA foam SR6 shrink ray stand. We're gonna go step by step through how to make this. That's right, check that out. What a cool little themed stand. Very nice. We designed it to fit right in the middle of this gap right here. Perfect. Super easy, not a lot of details. And you may be saying that doesn't look too impressive by itself, but when you set it on the stand, wow, that's right. Now that's the way you display a kick butt prop. So if you're ready to hit it, let's make something. Okay, so we're going to begin building our shrink ray stand. We need a 2-inch thick piece of foam for the stand. So what we've done is we have two 1-inch pieces that we're going to contact cement together. Now we're going to cement these together to get our 2-inch base. We heat seal before we glue. Give it 5 minutes. All right, time to stick it. Line up our edge. There's our 2-inch stand. Now we're going to move off to the side and we're going to rip this baby out on the bandsaw. All right, so we raise up our guide just about 1/4 of an inch or so, 1/2 inch above the foam, and then we lock our blade down, and here we go. All right, there we go. Gotta love the bandsaw. Okay, here's our two outsides of our stand, our outside details. And what we did was we drew the shape of the stand, and then we went 5/16 in from the edge and drew that inner line. So that's what we're gonna cut out. And because it's thin foam, we're gonna tear that up with the X-Acto knife. Start in the corner. Keep our knife standing upright because we're going to pivot around the corner. This is going to come down and line up on the flush on the bottom edge right there. Okay, now we're going to Dremel our edges. Smooth edges around the top. We're going to leave the bottom flush. And as we always do, we heat seal after we Dremel. Gonna seal the back so we can cement it. All right, there we go. Both sides are tightened up. Give it 5 minutes, and bam, contact. This is going to lay down flush the whole way across, just like that. Keep this end up until until we line it up. There we go. There we go. Nice little raised detail on the side. Now we do this side. Just like that. Piece is lined up right inside the Sharpie marks like that. And now we're going to stick it down all the way around. Nice, there's our stand with our raised detail right there on both sides. All right, now we've got 2 sets of all the circles we need for the side details, and we used our circle template for those. And with the circle template, you can put the crosshairs on your pieces so that when you cut them out and you stick them down, you know they're going to be centered. And because these are not that thick, we're going to use the X-Acto, and we're going to do what you've seen us do many times before. We're going to stick our knife straight up in the air, and we're just going to simply pivot around the circle. Just like that. Now we do all these. Bam! And we got our crosshairs, so when we stick these down, they're going to be perfectly centered in the middle. Okay, now get your dust mask on, get your Dremel ready. We're going to round off the edges. We're going to use our X-Acto. All right, there we go. Nice and tight and sealed up. Smooth edges. All right, for these we're going to use super glue. We got a second, you can slide it around, line your crosshairs up, bam! And just like that, right in the center. Okay, now we put our marking on the side of our base because this is where we want the large piece to go. Put some, so we got a light coat on the whole thing, just like that. See that? Nice and smooth. Then we come in here, we line our marks up, just like that. All right, there we go. One on that side, one on that side. Now we're gonna make our mark for our little back circle. 1/2 inch mark, and we're going to come in here and we're going to make our 1/2 inch mark. All right, there we go, nice and smooth. We'll line it up on our mark just like that. Super easy. This is by far the easiest thing we've ever built. Nice little details. Cool. All right, we got a spare piece of foam. We're going to sharpen our brass tube. Start spinning. Perfect. Now we just need 5 more. That's it. Good old brass tube. We use our X-Acto knife. We're gonna heat seal each one of these. That's it, not too much because you'll melt these little guys. A little bit of the frayed edges disappear when the heat hits it. All right, there's our 6. Now we have our line marked, 1/2 inch spaced out, like that and like that. That's where all 3 are gonna go. Puddle of super glue, get the bottom wet. Put it right over our mark. Hold it down until it bonds. All of our details on that side and all of our details on that side. And ladies and gentlemen, that is it. Now what we're going to do next is we're going to seal it with black Plastidip, several coats. All right, here we are out at the spray booth and back. We're going to seal our shrink ray stand. We're going to say it every time. Use your respirator even when you're outside. You don't want to be breathing in any Plastidip. All right, there it is, totally coated with several coats of Plastidip. All right, so very simple. There is very little to paint on here, so we're gonna get out a tiny little piece of cardboard, get our metallic blue out. Now remember, what's so cool about a themed stand is it's up to you to take some of the details off of your prop and put them on the stand, which is what we did here. We got a lot of circles on the prop, so we have a lot of circle details. And now this is a super simple paint job. We're going to take our blue metallic, we're gonna get a little bit on the brush, not too much. There we go. And we're gonna coat the bulk of this with the sponge, just because it's easy that way. That's it, we get the bulk of it covered. Now we'll go in with a brush and we'll get inside the little tiny detail spots. So we'll come around to this side. All right, there we go. We got the bulk covered with the sponge. That's it. Then we'll come in with our brush. And we'll get inside the edge there like that. Carefully, just like that. Line our brush up. See that? Nice square edge on the brush. That's it. Went around the edge. We're gonna do the same thing on this piece, and then we're gonna come in and we're gonna hit the other pieces with white. On our blue metallic piece. All right, now we're gonna come in with our white. Okay, now we're gonna come in, same thing we did around the blue piece. We're gonna use the square edge of our brush, just like that. All right, there we go. We got all the sides done around our little white buttons. Now we're going to do the same on this side. Same on this side. All right, there we go. A couple little tiny white spots. We're going to get our black out, touch them up. But first, we're going to come in and do the edge of our button. Simple, clean stand. Not too much detail, just enough. All right, now we're gonna come in with our black. Just gonna get a little tiny bit like that, just to cover up some of the little All right, nice easy paint job. Just a couple details on there we painted. Used the sponge and then we were careful with the brush to go around the edges of everything. Very nice. All right, there you go. That's how easy it was. Totally easy. The easiest thing we've ever built and the easiest thing we've ever painted. But like we said before the video started, it may look simple, but when you set the prop on it, they go together perfectly, and that's a place of honor for your kick butt prop to live. So that concludes making an EVA foam SR6 shrink ray stand. Hope you liked it. If you did, give us a like, share us with a friend, and subscribe to this channel. And together we're gonna go step by step through a lot more super cool builds so that you get the props you deserve. Thanks for coming. See you next time.